YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with a mock draft where we'll be selecting the best player available in all 7 rounds for the Washington Commanders to see how our draft would shape out and how this team would look post drafting the best player available in all 7 rounds. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case our Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video. So a big reason as to why I'm doing this is because a lot of you feel like the Washington Commanders are going to draft best player available in these rounds instead of drafting for needs, and there's nothing wrong with that philosophy at all. But personally, I feel like it should be an even split. I feel like we need to address our most important needs in the early parts of the draft. And then in the later rounds, then that's when you probably draft for the best player available. But it's important to address your needs, you know what I'm saying? Like the offensive line, like cornerback, and all that. So that's what we're going to do here, though. We're going to select the best player available to see how our draft shape out. So let's not waste no more time. Alrighty, so we are here, and we're about to start this draft, all 7 rounds, and let's see who the Washington Commanders end up taking within these best player availables. So at 16, the best player available is Brian Breesy, defensive tackle who can play defensive. He's an edge rusher, and he played in the state of Maryland, so I know how dominant this guy is. So we're going to take him. He's labeled as a defensive tackle, but he can play edge. So again, we'll take Brian Breesy, 6'5", 298. Let's go ahead and take him. He's the BPA. Alright, so moving on to our next pick, we're going to go ahead and select yet again the next best player available, and that is going to be offensive tackle Dawan Jones from Ohio State. He's the other guy, that other tackle from Ohio State that a lot of people aren't talking about. Everybody wants to talk about Paris Johnson, and rightfully so, but he's the other tackle. And for me personally, that's actually a pretty good pick. As you know, I'm not the biggest Charles Leno fan. He's okay. He's not the worst. You could do way worse than Charles Leno, but you obviously want to upgrade and get younger there, so I would not mind that pick. Alright, so in the 3rd round at 97, the best player available is Tyler Scott, wide receiver from Cincinnati. He's a 5'9" receiver, so that would be a terrible pick. But again, this is BPA. According to this website, best player available is Tyler Scott. So we're going to now be at pick 118. And the best player available is Deion Henley. This is actually a really good pick. I'm surprised that he fell to 118. But he's at Washington, and he's a linebacker. And you guys know how I feel about the linebacker position. I feel like we need to upgrade it. So drafting him in the 4th round would actually be a really good pick. And now we're at 150. And safety Jamie Robinson from Florida State. 5'10", 191. I like this pick too. He's a safety, and we're addressing the need. I feel like the safety room with Derek Forrest, Cameron Curl, Jeremy Reese, Percy Butler is good. But you can always add more. Alright, like I said, you can always add more, and getting him would be good. So you got the best player available at 193 is Jay Ward. Again, we just drafted a safety, so this may not be the best pick, but again, according to this board, is BPA, and that's all we're doing here. So Jay Ward from LSU, hopefully he can play some corner. Hopefully he can be versatile. And 215, the best player available is yet another safety. For the simple fact that we're not going to draft 3 safeties in a row, we're going to go offensive center here. This is the 2nd best player available, but again, it's the safety. But we just took 2 safeties in a row, so I'm not going to make you guys watch me take 3 safeties in a row. That's just ridiculous. So the best player available at 233 is Deneric Prince from Tulsa, a running back, and this is addressing another need too. In my opinion, he's 5'11", so he can come in and be another back to add to this room. You guys know I love Jared Pass, and I feel like he should get the opportunity to be the 3rd running back in this room. However, they don't see that because of his height, which is crazy to me, because I don't think height is that important. If the guy can play, he can play. But yeah, so drafting best player available. This is what our draft looks like Brian Brees, he's our first round pick rather. Dawan Jones, our second round pick, offensive tackle. Tyler Scott, wide receiver from Cincinnati. Linebacker Deion Henley, Washington State. Jamie Robinson, safety, and Jay Ward, safety. And the offensive, you got the center, Juice Scruggs from Penn State, and then you got Deneric Prince to finish off the mock draft. So honestly speaking, this is not that bad. Okay, now if we did this in real life, I'll be like, why did we draft so many safeties, and why would we draft the wide receiver that high? But honestly, it's not that bad. I personally wouldn't draft a defensive tackle / edge rusher in the first round either. So outside of that pick and probably the wide receiver pick at 97, it's an okay draft. Now, me personally, I would do an even split of drafting needs and best player available. So that is this draft. Now let's do another one where we're going to actually trade back and still do the same one. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to do best player available, but this time we're going to trade back. So let's go ahead and do that right now and see what is going to be different about this up and coming draft. So we're gonna just look through the trade back scenarios once we get there, and we may take the first one just for the sake of the video. I'm not saying that's what I would do in real life. I would actually take my time and reading these trade back scenarios, but just for the sake of the video that we just want to trade back and get out of 16, we're going to take it. So we're going to go. Let's see. We're gonna go to pick 19, and we're gonna give them 118 for pick 19. We're moving back 3 spots, so I mean that's not a big jump, but let's see what we can take. So now instead of being at 16, we're gonna be at 19, and we're now gonna take the best player available. So let's go ahead and see who that is. That is going to be edge Myles Murphy from Clemson. So for the second back-to-back picks, we're taking Myles Murphy. If Joey Porter Jr. is still there in real life, we're going to take him, obviously. But according to this board, Myles Murphy is the best player available. So we're going to go Myles Murphy here. Again, that's the second draft in a row where we're taking a defensive lineman. I do not see us taking no edge rusher in the first round. Now, edge and D-line is a position that I think we can address in the later rounds, like maybe third round is when you start to look to getting edge depth. But obviously, you still got Chase Young, Montez Sweat, and although the jury's still out on those guys, you still believe that they can be what they once were, especially Chase Young. So let's go ahead and reject these offers, and let's see who's now of the best available player at 47. That is Kajon Kinsey, a defensive tackle from Pittsburgh. So another D lineman. After trading back, you get 2 D linemen. Again, this would make me flip, to be honest with you, because again, we just re-signed Deron Payne, we got Jonathan Allen, we got Fedarian Mathis, got John Ridgeway. We don't really need much interior. So maybe get a D tackle in like the 4th round, I'll be fine with. But drafting 2 D linemen and back to back, that would not be good. Now, again, this is not what they would do in real life. But I know a lot of you out there say, we're going to draft best player available. So I'm just giving you some type of insight of what that could possibly look like if we were to do that. So that's all I'm doing. I'm not saying that's what we would do. Just saying this is the possibility if we do go BPA. Alright, so now we're coming up on our next pick 97 here. And we're going to go ahead and take Jordan Battle, safety out of Alabama. He's a pretty good safety. I would not mind that pick at all. He's a guy that's going to bring the fire, bring the juice. So I like the Jordan Battle pick. And our next pick coming up here is going to be at 118. And let's see who end up being the best player available. Make sure you guys leave a like on this video too. Hopefully you're enjoying this. At 118, the best player available is going to be running back Zach Evans from Ole Miss. So drafting him is a pretty solid pickup. I think like I said, we need to add running back to this room. I would love for us to do that. And then also maybe have Jared Patterson there too. I'm going to always find a way to include Jared Patterson because I feel like the guy's talent is unmatched. I understand he's 5'8", but that really doesn't mean nothing when you can play ball. So coming up here on our next pick here at 150, let's see what's going to be the next best player available. Hopefully it's something that we actually can kill two birds with one stone. Cornerback, Carrington Valentine from Kentucky. So that's actually a need and BPA. So that's a pretty solid pick. At 150, we are now coming down to our final couple picks left. So I am liking, honestly, the first one probably is something that I probably would like better. But again, I would not prefer us to do this. Again, drafting best player available in some of the rounds, okay, but you need to at least knock out your needs in the first couple rounds. So I'm giving you guys life. What would it be like if we went BPA every single round, since a lot of you guys want us to do that for the most part? This is what life would be like, okay? We already loaded at D tackle, but third round, maybe the best player available in the third round may be D tackle. So prepare yourself for us taking that, all right? So coming up here on our next couple picks, let me see what our next pick is. Coming up here, we're now in like round 6 and whatnot. So the Washington Commanders don't have another pick until 2:15. So we're coming up closely here, and let's see what they actually have us selecting. Safety Javon Hicks. He's from Cincinnati, so I'm gonna go ahead and select him. Alrighty, so this is what life would be like if Washington was to select best player available in every single round and trading back. So at 19, they would take Myles Murphy, edge rusher, Kajon Cansey, defensive tackle, Jordan Battle, safety, Zach Evans, Carrington Valentine, cornerback, Javon Hicks, safety, and Nick Jones, cornerback. So that's the trade back best player available draft. So we did the one at 16, and then we just did a trade back one where we selected best player available. So let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. Is this something that you would actually be happy with if Washington was to go this route? Me personally, I would not, because I think we need to do an even split of selecting best player available and needs. So let me know what you guys think about that video though. Leave it down below in the comment section. Like this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers. See you guys next time. Come on. Peace.